And welcome back, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Our next guests are the Dean and Principal of the Institute for Health Professions and Cambria Heights. That's where they are, Cambria Heights, Queens, right? Yes. And they join us to speak about how they are helping the next generation of health and medical professionals. So please welcome to the show, Gareth Robinson and Chrishelle Thorpe. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So we got to come and visit your school.
Yes.
Come and
Yeah,
find out
anytime.
what you guys are doing.
Anytime.
What's the school all about?
So we are a small career and technical education high school. We offer our kids a chance to earn EMT certification, certified nursing assistant certification, and we're currently building out a pharmacy tech program.
Yeah.
We are partnered with Northwell Health, Hofstra University, Centers Healthcare, EL Education, New York City Outward Bound, and a whole bunch of other great partners that help our school be really special.
What inspired you guys to start a school like this,
Well,
an institute like this?
we wanted a school in the community that we lived in,
Yeah.
community that we work in, that students and parents could be proud of. And so oftentimes a lot of parents in our area are kind of trying to sneak their kids into other districts. And so we figured that we have a very affluent neighborhood. And so why can't we have a school that everybody's proud of? And so even looking at our kids growing up and trying to make sure that our kids had a quality education, we felt that all kids deserve the same thing. And so we decided to start one of our own.
Yeah, beautiful. So wait a minute, you have some of the elected officials behind you? The Comrie's out there, Senator Comrie.
Yes.
Senator Comrie's out there.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Natasha Williams
Yes.
and Council Assembly Member Alicia Hyman.
Right.
Yep.
You need to talk to them, or they're behind you, or?
We've been in communication with them, but we always could use more help.
It's one of the things that we tend to be very focused on is the work at the school, so that then can make some of the outreach that we need to do with the local electeds a little more challenging. But we do definitely invite them to everything that our school does, our graduation, special
day.
events,
Career days over here. Yeah. Share some of the experiences at the school that has transformed your students' journey toward a healthcare career.
Well, at our school, we're also preparing our kids to be not only ready to go into the health professions, but also college and career ready. And so we focus on health careers, but we also focus on making our kids being able to be competitive. And so one of the transformative things that we see is that when our students leave us and they go on to college, that they are extremely well prepared, and they come back often and thank us. They say, we didn't understand what you were saying then, but now we understand when we go to school.
That's
And
when they see the
our
light.
classmates are struggling, and we're like, we've been doing this for a while.
Right.
So that's always heartwarming
They
when
come
kids
back and
come
ask
back.
you for a job
Yep.
too.
we actually have an alumni who works at our school.
That's going to happen.
We hired someone from one of our graduating classes to work
That's beautiful.
at the school, and we also have alumni who come back and work in our college office as well.
We were just showing some of the pictures while you guys were talking. Let's bring some of those pictures back up, and you guys can elaborate on what you see here. So that's what.
That's us on a senior trip. We just went on a senior trip about 3 weeks ago, and we went to Villaroma. So we had a good time there.
And this right here is one of our current EMT group of students, and they're actually at Northwell Health at the Center for Learning and Innovation doing training.
Yes.
So Northwell has been an amazing partner for us, and they provide things for the kids that we as a school alone couldn't possibly do. Again, this is them practicing their practical skill labs. So on our school schedule, so that on Fridays, our CTE kids, that's when they're doing a lot of their clinical skills.
Somebody broke a leg there, and
Floated it.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. This is great. So they learn EMT work also. They can
Yes. So
CPR and everything.
yes. So the way the school is structured, our ninth grade year is more generalized. We offer the kids get to take music and art while they're in ninth grade, and we're going to really start working on building up a lot of their writing skills. Our school is a member of the New York Performance Standards Consortium, so we're one of 38 schools in the state that's had a waiver from doing most of the Regents exams. So that's allowed us to do things differently. 10th and 11th grade, they take some prep work called the Health Core Curriculum, where they're going to learn a lot of medical terminology, anatomy and physiology. And then in their senior year, they'll select either the EMT track, the nursing assisting track, the pharmacy track. And then for some of the kids who actually aren't interested in medicine, we then do some career development work with them to help them have a plan for when they leave school.
Yeah, yeah. But the people come back and they say, hey, look, hey, Mom, look what I'm into. Hey, Dad, look what I'm into.
Yes, so one of the great things about not having to have done most of the Regents exams is our kids are able to we can do full-on in-depth project-based learning at our school in ways that a lot of schools can't. In 11th grade, 11th or 12th grade, the kids are going to do what's called their science performance-based assessment task. Yeah. One of them, the kids have to engineer a project, and we normally treat it as we've been doing a humanitarian airdrop. So this year they were presented with your responsibilities to get this humanitarian aid into Gaza. And so it's timely, it's relevant, and then now they also have to deal with the actual real world physics of what happens, so they see what they're learning, how that applies. Mm-hmm. We have a green science class where the kids are actually, they grow food, they learn urban farming. Wow. They're learning about the different health benefits, and they have to actually create an original science experiment that they themselves design, they themselves conduct, and then they have to write a paper and do a presentation in front of a panel. So as Chrishelle said, when our kids leave and go to college and they're told, you have to write a 5-page paper next week.
Oh, we got this.
Exactly,
yeah, we know
because
how to do this.
they've been doing it for a few years with us.
Light work.
Yes.
Yeah, so, well, you don't have to do a whole lot because these kids are in line, right? They know what they want to do. Because usually as a dean of a school.
They're still here. They keep me busy, but I wouldn't see myself doing anything else. Yeah. Just the opportunity to help and mold and help young people become the best version of themselves.
That's an important job right there.
It is. Yeah. It's heavy work, but it's fulfilling work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we make sure that we do our best to share a lot of the work that normally schools may have, like a lot of administrators doing. So we have advisory. And so each student is in a small group advisor, about 15 kids. It meets every day. Yeah. They start their day with a little 5-minute check-in with their advisors in the morning. And so that ensures that all of our kids are known really well by at least one adult. Our school's also broken up into 4 houses, so the kids are able to spend at least 2 years with their content area teachers. Wow. So that ensures that the students know the teachers, and the teachers, more importantly, really understand our kids as learners, how they learn best, what they struggle with, and our teachers also function. We do a lot of team-based things as a staff, as a school, to make sure that it's never, no one at our school should feel like they're on an island by themselves.
Right. And with the way you're operating your school, you feel very, very proud about a lot of the things that's happening in and around your school. Chrishelle, what stands out in your mind? Give me one class or one student that just blows you away, maybe over the years or now.
So watching our students transition into their CTE tracks is an important moment. They get their uniforms. We make sure that they feel good, they look good, so they can go out and do the part. I think the compassion and the empathy that our students have for one another, because our kids are trained, if someone is suffering a medical emergency, we have kids that will sometimes jump right in before we even get there, which is amazing.
You have a defibrillator in the school?
Yeah.
Yes. And so our
light work, right?
Light work.
Yes, no.
Light work for the kids.
Light work.
Yeah.
Sometimes we step aside, and also we're doing this today, but normally we have our kids do this type of work, and so they are the best advocates for the school. And when we're recruiting and we have the kids speaking about what they're learning and what they're doing, parents are amazed, students are amazed, and that is how we get a lot of our students that come to our school from hearing from their peers. And so when they can do that, that's when we know that we're doing our job.
Do they go off and do internships, like volunteer ambulance jobs and
So
or
yes,
jobs at the hospital?
yes. So we do have a bunch of different internship programs, so the kids can get some experience. Kids work at a local children's hospital. They work at a daycare. We've paid kids as an internship to learn how to swim, then become certified lifeguards, so that they now, as you know, that's a nice
They're
little
looking
step.
for lifeguards in the city now.
Oh, we know. That's why we tell the kids all the time, like, you better come get in this pool. You know, we're fortunate to be in a building that has a pool, and so we do that. We had a couple of kids whose internship was to learn how to swim and then joining a swim team. But then senior year, when they're in the CT tracks, that's when it really kicks up a notch.
Yeah.
So the EMT kids, like I said, almost every Friday from September to May, they're at Northwell learning clinical skill labs, starting right around midwinter recess. The kids have to sign up for their ambulance rotation. So they have to do 2 12-hour ambulance tours.
Beautiful.
And that's exciting because they
yeah.
come back and they tell us about their rotations, and they're so excited
Yeah.
about the work that they did and the things that they've seen. And we have a lot of kids that graduate, and actually when they're in college, they work at local ambulance companies per diem as a way to make money while they're in school, instead of working in the mall or working in retail. They're able to actually, they have some real world
I'm
work
loving
experience.
It. Loving it. We have a minute left. What do you want the public to know within this minute that we hadn't spoken about?
That we are a gym in Cambria Heights. We treat our kids the same way that we treat our own kids. We are very close-knit and family-oriented, and we love the support, love more support and recognition in the community, because we're doing really good work.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, to have something out there by you, you can go to college bus tour getting ready to happen in April. You have any students that want to get involved,
Yeah, nope. And then we also do international trips. So
Yeah.
last year we took some kids to Costa Rica. This year we're going to Spain. Next year we're going to South Korea. We are one of the few schools in the city that has a Korean language program.
Beautiful.
So our kids get 2 years of Korean.
Got a website?
Yes,
media?
ispch.org, or you can see us at ispch on Instagram or any of the social medias. And if you're old-fashioned, you want to email us, info@ispch.org.
There you go. The Institute for Health Professionals at Cambria Heights. Gareth Robinson, the principal, Institute for ISP. You say the whole initiative. Yeah, ISPCH. I was going to read the whole thing out again. And Chrishelle Thorpe, the teacher and dean. She's doing her thing. Both of you guys, we love what you're doing. Thanks for giving your all to our students and people in our community. We appreciate you and love you for it.
All right, thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Come
Thanks
back
for
and
having
share
us.
again. And we got to come to your school.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, please.
You got it. We'll take a break right here. I've got more coming up next on Open.